Nope, you can't put lipstick on a pig. On September 13, 2008, the Capital Area Intermediate Unit dedicated to what is now known as Hilltop Academy. From the attached pictures, you can see that not everyone thinks that Hilltop Academy is a good idea, and indeed it is not. There is simply no way to make pretty the result that this building unduly segregates students, is in violation of both Oberta and IDEA, and will keep Pennsylvania a bottom feeder among the states, 46 in the implementation of the federal law. On review of the booklet provided at the dedication, the Coalition of Inclusion Advocates felt that it was of benefit to review what was written by the Capital Area Intermediate Unit and to provide some reality as to why Hilltop Academy is an expensive step and a regressive one. Interestingly, the only person who was rude to those of us in the pictures, including an 8-year-old child, was the owner of the building, the very person who's receiving well in excess of $600,000 per year in rental for this segregated facility. What the booklet says: 4 classrooms have private personal care areas. Reality: what's the matter that all students in the school can't use the same bathroom facilities as other students and faculty? Are they not worthy of occupying the same space as others who spend the day in that school? In the community or at home, most people have to avail themselves of the facilities that are available to everyone else. If students are being trained to live in the community, what is so important about having lots of bathrooms in the classrooms? It is because, rather than being taught anything, they are going to spend the whole day being bathroomed. Looks like that just might be the case. That's great. Let's spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to have people go to the bathroom all day. That's a great use of the taxpayers' dollars, and it's hard to understand how that is in any way respectful of the learning possibilities and time of those students. What the booklet says: 5 classrooms are designed for partial hospitalization classes to meet the mental health needs of the students. Reality: there are partial hospitalization programs all over Pennsylvania. In behavioral health circles, these are viewed as regressive models of service and are being replaced by opportunities to promote recovery and resiliency. From Jumpstart, for students with behavioral support needs, not only are they being segregated unduly, but are being provided a so-called model opportunity that is outdated and outmoded. Wonder how much that cost in dollars, and there's nothing that speaks to what the benefit to the students would be. Sounds like warehousing to us, but expensive warehousing in both dollars, human, and potential outcome. Another example of regression. What the booklet says: the school's mascot is a dog, a black lab to be specific. Reality: boy, that sends a message of energy and soaring outcomes. We all like dogs, but other than UGA at the University of Georgia, most schools have mascots that give the impression of a soaring or roaring on to new and great heights. Guess there's not much intention of giving impression of high expectations soaring or roaring at Hilltop Academy. Ho hum. What the booklet says: the Life Skills Lab is designed to allow students to learn and practice activities of daily living. Reality: how kind. The students will be allowed to practice activities of daily living. Interesting. In 1972, Mark Gold, a research psychologist and professor of education at the University of Illinois, confirmed that students with the most significant needs do not transfer skills from artificial environments to the actual place where the behavior is expected to occur. Therefore, he concluded, along with hundreds of subsequent journal articles and accomplished professionals, that the only place to teach daily living skills to people who have significant learning challenges is in the place where you ultimately expect those behaviors to occur. So this is just great. Not only are they learning in a segregated place, but with ideas that are at least 35 years out of date. Some additional realities. The word skill or skills is not mentioned once in the dedication book. Why? Because this is not a skill-building, competency-developing environment that prepares students for the world that they may enter after the educational entitlement is over. On September 12, 2008, the day before the Hilltop dedication, DPW Secretary Kevin Casey announced that the plans to provide opportunities for 463 people will be rescinded, along with other cutbacks to people with autism and others. So if these students don't have real skill and competency building opportunities while in school, what indeed does happen to them when they graduate from Hilltop? They sit at home with their parents, who have to quit their work to sit at home with them. That's the answer, pure and simple. Hundreds of thousands of dollars to have people with no expectation, no skills, sitting on the couch. The words specifically designed services and supports are not mentioned one. That is because these students have never offered them in their home school, and no wonder why Pennsylvania is a bottom feeder among the other states. The very state that brought special education to the world is now 46th among the states, and the very existence of the thinking that went into Hilltop Academy is the reason why. Does it make sense to do something outdated over and over when you know that it does not work, never has worked, is enormously expensive, and is not what the law requires? This is why Pennsylvania is in federal court. and will be paying lawyers forever. Let's never talk again about how expensive special education is. Hilltop Academy costs a fortune of money, and it's simply not necessary. But the former Capital Area Intermediate Unit member who owns the building will now be compensated well over $600,000 a year, and the builder from Dillersburg, Pennsylvania, all are making quite a good penny on the building. And we have not even discussed what it must cost to provide transportation to these students from Dauphin, Cumberland, Perry, and York counties. At the cost of gasoline, utilities, etc., this must be a pretty penny. If these decision makers were thinking what is of cost benefit and student benefit, they would be upholding the law. They would be looking at providing a full range of specially designed services and supports to the students in their district, and as an added benefit, building the capacity of others who work for their district. They would have the attitude that all kids are welcome in all our community and our school. It is up to us as adults to establish normative behavior, but alas, no, that is not how they think. If they have some discomfiture with students with certain disabilities, they must go on to some other place and then assuage their conscience that it is for the good of all. It is not for anyone's good, and the Coalition for Inclusion Advocates is going to remind the Governor, the Secretary of Education, the Capital Area Intermediate Unit, the Director of the Capital Area Intermediate Unit, the President of the Capital Area Intermediate Unit, and its board members, and the offending school districts that we hold you forever responsible for the major mistakes you are making and the long-term impact that it will have on the lives of the students currently enrolled at the Hilltop Academy. There is no way you can put lipstick on this pig and make her pretty. There is no way you can put lipstick on this pig and make her pretty.